Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Gloria Pope here with Black Girl Everything. I have Ari. Is it Ari?
Ariane. That's my actual name. As long as you don't call me Harriet, which people have in the past. I don't know how, but
Where
yeah.
did you get Harriet from that?
I have no idea. I don't know how, but the person who did, this was years ago, the person who did was very adamant in justifying himself. I'm like, sir, no. So.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Ariane, Ari's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ari, darling. So tell me all about yourself. I love your hair, by the way. As you saw, I just cut mine off yesterday. I had type of hair like that.
I like the short. Every time I see short hair, I'm like, I gotta cut it. But I promised myself and my mother that I would not cut my hair for another few years. So thank you. But
I did that.
It's hard. I love short hair though. It's beautiful. But my name is Ariane. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My company is called Savvy and Lex Jewelry Co. And I just started it not even a year yet. Last June, the end of last June, beginning of last July.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. I was just sitting making like little trinkets to keep myself busy and not as anxious over the pandemic. So yeah.
Sounds good to me. So you're part of the club. I have a whole new club that's going for Black women who started businesses in 2020. It's like we have superpowers. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody. A superpower club, only if you started in 2020, because we're extra cool.
We're super cool, the coolest. I mean, it's awesome because it's a pandemic. People are going crazy. And that's part of why I started it, to help me not go crazy. It wasn't like I'm gonna make a business. It was like I need to do something with myself, and I had all these supplies that I kept saying I was going to use back when the world was open, and I never did. And I was like, well, do it. So
when the world was open, or when the world is open, it seems like time becomes nothing. Time doesn't exist.
It's very strange because now we have so much time to just think about things, including how time works, and it makes no sense. It's kind of weird. It's like some days take forever to end, or you don't know what day it is. And then other times it's like, it was just Friday, but now it's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday. We're on Tuesday.
Yeah. I feel like it was just Friday, but then 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, I want to end. So time's a weird thing. It's always been weird, but now it's just it's weirder.
Yeah. I forget days of the week all the time. I think I woke up on Friday because I took off Thursday, and then Friday came, and that's what it was Monday.
That's how it goes.
I was living my life like it was Monday. Like the whole weekend went overnight when I was sleeping, and then it was Monday.
That's how it goes. Time's what they say about time.
Well, as per my current sweatshirt, so I'm gonna show it now. It says, "Time is currency."
It's also that too. Time's all the things. It's all the things. That's an important one. It is currency, so can't be wasting it.
Not at all. Got to value every single moment of your life, because you don't know. Because as you can see, it's definitely with COVID that things are just not promised.
Exactly. I think that's been a blessing of this pandemic. It's been a period of, obviously things are very difficult and hard, and we're all like freaking out. But there has been the blessing of, now you can kind of reflect more on things. You realize you don't want to waste time. It is currency. It's also just, it's your life. Your life takes time to happen, and you don't want to waste your life either. I think all of that is part of why I think a lot of us are starting these things. Where I feel like this situation the world is in has also led people to really just be like, I need to do what I'm passionate about. A lot of us have been trudging through for whatever reason. We got bills to pay. We do have things that we have to do, but a lot of us have not been living life the way that we really want to, and now we realize it. Now it's like smack in our face. What do you want to do? So I think this is really put into stark relief how much we really just have to strive a little bit harder to do the things that make life worth living for each of us.
I completely agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. So tell me, I see those lovely earrings on your ears.
Thank you. This one's being a little bit unruly. It keeps like moving. But by the way, I never wear the same earrings, with the exception of now that I've started this.
Okay.
When I put them on to model them for, like, you know, Instagram or on the website, I wear the same ones, obviously. But in real life, I never wear the same earrings. If you see me wearing the same earrings, it's a cry for help. But these are called the Gwen earrings. And
Okay.
these ones are new. And these are called the Claudette earrings. They're named after two women in my family. Both of them have unfortunately passed away, but my great grandmother and one of my older aunts. So these are part of the Gilded Life spring collection. So they've got like pinks and purples in there, and I really love texture and golds and metallics and stuff. So that's kind of like in almost every piece that I make.
Okay.
This necklace that I have on, I also made. This is called Salon. My mom named it. So I have one in pink and one in white on my website, and they're all handcrafted by these.
Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Thank you.
So explain to me why you don't wear the same earrings.
Okay, sure. So when I was 14, around 14, it's been a while since I've been 14, so I think it was anyway, I used to, you know, wear the same earrings like normal, and I always ended up losing one, and so as not to get in trouble or just look weird. Yeah, or just look weird walking around with one earring, I would be like, okay, I'm just gonna put on one in this ear and another one in that ear. Then I have my earrings on. And then one day my friend was like, oh, you're missing an earring. And I was like, no, it's just I'm missing that earring. I have a whole other one in this ear. And I can confidently say I believe that I started this trend. I've seen it trending here and there the past 3 years, but I started this way back when I was 14.
So it's all about you, right? Because you made it happen.
I did it.
Yep. I'm all for it. I'm going to agree with you. People do it all the time, and I see it all the time. I think it's kind of cool. Like people do a high and low.
Yeah, I used to do like a stud in this ear,
yeah,
and then like a dangly one. Now I've become just dangly all over because I like that feeling. It depends on the day, depends on my mood. But like I said, if I'm wearing the same earring, other than for a very specific circumstance, it's like a silent cry that something's wrong. That sounds like I'm being kidnapped or something's going on.
No, I totally get it. So tell me about some of the other products that you actually offer.
Okay, so I have like a little tray here of some of the ones that I have. I didn't realize how many I had until I went to like get them all. So these are one of my absolute favorite ones. These are called Amaya. I'm just gonna pick up the one side. These are called Amaya. I don't know if yeah, I have them in this purple color, a really beautiful blue color, and like a gorgeous orange color that I feel like looks really great on the melanin. Excuse me. I have this is the original Gwen, so it's like the original version of the one I have here in this ear. I've got a lot. My best seller though is the Amadi. I actually just got a couple more orders of it today. If I could, it's all tangled up with the other ones. If I could get them out. Come on, Amadi, come on, cooperate with me. It's getting tangled up with its sister because I have it in gold and copper, but it's like a hoop with the, you know, Africa pendant in there. This one people really, really love. Obviously, I love
see it. So is it Africa? So it's thick.
Yeah, it's it's resin. So cool. It's resin with gold leaf, and then, you know, surrounded by the cute little hoop. The hoop is texture. I don't know if that reads on camera.
Feel the texture.
Yeah, like I said, I really love textures when you can feel things or just see the texture. So that I think that's part of the reason why also it's just like representing, right? I've got quite a few, but basically the through line for what I create is color, texture, dangliness, metallics. So you'll find that in pretty much everything that I create. Also, I don't only do jewelry, I also make some accessories. So if you can see, this is like a cute little faux leather tassel, and you can get it personalized. Your initial if you like. And I'm also getting started on a men's line. So like cuffs, bracelets, men's necklaces. I'm waiting for a couple of supplies to come in, and I'm hoping to get started on that next week. Actually, my cousin He's the one who inspired me to do that. He sent me some stuff and I was like, oh my God, I gotta do it. He was like, yeah, come on, gotta serve the guys too. I was like, you know what, you're right. So
No,
I'm
you
looking forward
definitely
to
do.
getting started on that too.
Yeah, I would love a pair of non-matching, not really dangling, but kind of dangling met earrings.
Nice. I might be
You
able
got to
to
make
look
them for
that
me
up for
now.
you. What was that?
You see, now you got to make them.
Okay, I will. I will.
Very excited about that. Very excited.
Yeah.
So now you're going to expand to men. So now my next question for you really is going to be, so we're going to expand your men's line, right? We're going to start creating in that room. Okay, so where do you see yourself past that? Where do you see this going? Like, what do you really want to do with it?
That's a great question. So now that I'm like, looks like I started a business here for real. I want to actually make it as legit as possible. First off, I would love to get a team of people because right now it's just me wearing all the hats and doing all the stuff and making all the things. So if I could get some help doing all of that, social media, marketing, that would be great. And also part of the reason why I feel like having a team is important is I always fantasize about like my dream company where I want to work, where people really love coming to work and they really love what they're doing and they believe in the mission of the company. And it doesn't feel like, oh, I gotta go to work. I would love to create that company. So I would love for Savvy and Lex Jewelry Co. to be a company like that, where I have a team of people. I have a team of people that feel empowered to be there, to give of themselves, to help create a goal that's not just mine, but also a shared goal with them. So in the next few years, I would hope to be able to get a team together to be able to make that happen. My jewelry line's slogan is celebrate all of the beauty that you are. And I really just want to be able to spread that message as far and wide as possible. And the reason being, I feel like a lot of times, most times we're always told we have to pick a lane in what we do in life. We're talking about how short life can be. Go in all the lanes. Don't hit anyone else's car, but drive in whatever lane you want. Today you drive in this lane, tomorrow you drive in the next one. I want people to be encouraged to move in all the lanes. So I really just want to build a brand and a business that encourages people to see all of the different ways that they're beautiful, all of their different talents that they can hone and give of themselves and spread it out to the world. I want to encourage people to do all of that.
You just pretty much gave a whole soliloquy about what the mission and everything is. And that's ultimately what this business is. It's just
awesome.
The opportunities to provide information, share, and collaborate and work together and just get this whole ball of energy that's just all about the forward advancement of people of color, especially women of color. So that's kind of dope. So you're right on my wavelength.
Nice. Again, there's my little right on your wavelength dance. That's also my good food dance.
All right, cool. So how have you been doing so far? Because you're only 6 months in at this point. So how have you been doing as it comes to sales and stuff of that nature? Are you having the same clientele?
I haven't been doing as great as I would hope, but I'm also just not losing. I mean, obviously some days are discouraging because we're all human. Sometimes you're like, oh, come on.
Yes.
But I'm not losing hope. I feel like I have beautiful pieces. I feel like I have a great message. And so I feel like I'm in a learning environment right now. Learning, first of all, this could actually be a business, because before it was just a hobby. It was like, how do I keep my mind from spilling out of my ears?
Yeah.
That's what it was. And now it's like, no, it's not that anymore. I'm trying to build and create something here. So I'm right now, the way it's going is I'm trying to balance my creativity and making all of these things with building some business savvy, because before it was like I used to, like I said, I fantasized about the type of company that I want to work for. And now it's like, wait a minute, you could create the type of company you want to work for. So now that my eyes are starting to open to that, it gets all tingly. So I'm in an education tingly phase of learning the social media side of it, learning the marketing side of it, how to drive sales, all of that. And like I said, some days it's frustrating, but some days it's like, eureka, it's awesome. It's really exciting. And that's a cool position to be in, the student of life and business and love of the thing I'm creating.
Well, the suggestion I'm going to make to you is go through not all 40, but now I have like 40 videos. Very excited about that. About to be at half 100. Very excited. Nice. But look at some of the videos that I have. There's some great business people on there. And every single person that I have worked with or done this with all have the same mind frame. So if you hit these particular individuals up and say, hey, I have a question about this, because I've already interviewed publicists, marketing, tax people. I've gone through a lot of different things. So definitely hit them up. Looked at my flyers for the retreat that I had. Yeah. You're going to I've been sending out those information about the flyers and those individuals. These are all open book type people who focus on branding and everything that you know that you need to learn about. Inbox them, DM them, say, hey, I heard you, I can talk to you. And they're more than willing to share. And I think that's one of the biggest things that
that's exciting.
We're all just like, we're not in a position where everybody wants to hoard the information. Everybody wants somebody to get, and it's not about, oh, but you got to pay me this amount of money just so I can have a conversation with you. It's not that energy. It's that energy of like, hey, this is what you want to do? Okay, cool. This is what I can tell you to do. If you don't need some more, you need help with other things. Yeah, those things may cost, but to get yourself in the right way, I have definitely some cool people that are part of the collective already. Not because now you're part of the collective too, by the way. Awesome. That can actually help catapult where you're trying to go, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's the hard part.
That's
awesome. I don't know this, I don't know that. What am I going to do?
And there's a lot of times you don't know what you don't know. And that's like, when you're walking in that space of you don't even realize that you don't know something, for someone to be like, hey, I can help you with this. And you're like, oh, that's the sweet spot. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, this is definitely cool. So, you know, if at any point in time, this is honestly just for anybody and everybody, is like people who are starting business, you reach out to me, I have a person for you who can help you with whatever aspect of the business that you need help with, who are willing and able and want to do that. Because, you know, sometimes we just need to learn, and we got to figure things out. Because these are things people I tap into, like, listen, hey, I want to do this. And you help me with them? Because things get busy, as like my life is getting really busy.
Well, you've got a whole huge event that you're planning.
Yeah, next week is the retreat. And every day I keep on trying to stop sales, and then people keep on calling me. Somebody told me, like, I'm done. So I guess I can, but it's coming along. So it's going to be a beautiful event. I have a lot of great coming on work. So again, it's another collaborated with.
Oh no, you're cutting out a little bit.
Am I?
It's still
recording.
Okay.
So no, so I have a lot of businesses who are working with me to help me make it happen. So I'm very excited about it.
Sweet. I love that collaborative nature. It's so beautiful.
It's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win. You know, nobody I work with currently is honest. I'm hoarding the information. I'm hoarding what I do. Nobody does it. Everybody's like, hey, call me. Let me know what's going on. You need this. I need this. And we all just work together. You know, and I try to do that with people all the time. It's like, okay, let us work together. So we all, honestly, the reality is, the better we work together, the more money we all make.
There you go. That's what people, I feel like, sometimes don't understand about. And I've been guilty of this too, where you like, no, I don't want to share because I feel like the world's going to steal it from me or someone's going to do something to me. I also write, and I had a huge period of time where I didn't want to share what I was writing because I was like, someone's going to steal it. But that didn't happen. And when I decided to start sharing it, I got feedback, I got help. Also, just people like, that's pretty good, which is also a nice boost for the ego. But more importantly, it was just like learning that lesson that you don't have to, don't have to be all my precious about it. So, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about you being an author, because authors are like one of my favorite people in the world. So
okay. So I also write poetry. I've been doing that also since I was around 14. Apparently 14 is when
I found yourself, huh?
I sometimes I wish I could find that girl specifically again. But That's a whole other conversation. Anyway, so I've been writing poetry for a while, and one day it occurred to me I should publish this. I haven't done that yet. I was right on the verge of doing it when the pandemic started, and then something happened where I needed to put it down for a while. And right now actually is when I'm like, okay, I miss it. So I wanted to pick it back up. But that's what I write. I write poetry. I also write screenplays. I'm also working on a screenplay. And that was definitely one of those things where I was like, girl, you need help with this. And I found people at my job actually before all of this COVID world started who were super willing to help me. This guy gave me like books I could read and other screenplays. And I was like, I didn't even know you could just read screenplays on the internet. So that thing of like getting help. And like I said, sometimes you don't know what you don't know it. I was like, what do you mean? There's all these books, there's all these techniques. So that's what I write. I like to tell stories. I also sometimes speak in analogies. So that helps when I'm writing poetry to do that. Yeah. So I'm a writer, I'm an actress, I'm a jewelry maker now.
Yeah, so tell me about the whole acting part of it. I like drama. So tell me about that.
Drama's when it's good, you know, just not in your own life. Anyway, that's another thing. I've been doing that since I was around 12, 13, 14. My mom put me into acting class because she didn't want me to just be out there hanging out after school.
Good for mommy.
Yeah. So I went to acting class and I loved it. And then it was like a hobby. Went off to college. Acting wasn't like a thing in my head at the time. Graduated from college, went to graduated from grad school, and I was like, I don't know. And then one day my mom was like, why don't you try to pursue acting? And I was like, wait, what? So you'd be okay with that.
2 degrees later.
Yeah. So, but hey, I got them. So I went to classes for that. Right now I'm in a Meisner technique acting class virtually on Zoom also.
Okay.
Right before the pandemic started, I was actually planning to move specifically to pursue it. And then everything got put on hold. But I'm happy I'm back in acting class. And it's just like that community of actors, people who were like-minded. And how do I put this? It's just so beautiful watching someone put themselves into a whole other character.
Okay.
It's like you can't portray someone else without putting yourself into it. And I think that's a thing that people don't really realize. But when you're acting, it's like, I can't, like if I were to play Oprah tomorrow, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it without bringing myself to it, which is one of the really cool things about acting. So that's one of the million reasons why I love doing that. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that also. So I got a lot of hats to wear, a lot of ampersands and slashes to add to the end of my name.
Yep, because that's because you're a Black woman. And Black women are amazing. And this is what we are. It's Black girl everything. Because we can do anything and everything that we want to do. And that's exactly what you're saying. You're sitting here with your 2 degrees. You have started a new business, creating the jewelry you like. You write poetry. You're going to soon be published. And then you also are an actor.
Yeah. Sometimes it's I don't realize that though. It's pretty cool to hear somebody else say it back to me because first of all, we don't hear the world telling Black women that enough. Even within our own community, it's like, you can't do all of that. Pick a lane. I feel like it's awesome that we have voices more and more now that are like, no, we're going to flip the script and be able to do all of that. There's a lot of time management involved, which I think that's what I'm working on right now, trying to manage all of these balls in the air. But it can be done. And that's the exciting, awesome part of it. It can absolutely be done. And so that is what I am trying to do. And that's what I will do.
That is what you are doing.
Yeah. Yes, that is what I am doing. Changing up also how we talk about all those things. I'm learning now as a daily breath. Yeah.
Because it's cool, because you're embracing all of them, because even through all those different things, and for me, I'm like a puzzle person. So I'm sitting here listening to all the different things you're doing. Ooh, that can work when I do this, and that can work when I do that. I think she can do this. Because I'm a creator, so I create for people's lives. I'm also a coach. Oh, ooh, that sounds cool. But you could add to this. But we'll talk more about that when it comes to your marketing stuff.
Cool. But it's awesome putting all the little pieces together and making
Yeah,
one
yeah,
big.
because it's all parts
Beautiful.
of you, you know. And it's like some people, they get so caught up. It's like, can I talk about all the other things I do? I want you to talk about everything about yourself. Everything about yourself, because that's what makes you amazing, and that's what's going to make your brand amazing, because you're going to be able to bring all those things are going to come into your brand, because your brand
It's
is
a
who you
lovely
are.
thing.
It
Yeah,
is. It's an amazing thing,
it's
because
an
you're not
amazing
boring.
thing. That would be so sad.
Yeah, boring people don't run good businesses, because
I
they have no
haven't
real
met one.
perspective, because you're boring.
Yeah. Oh, poor things.
You're cool. You're a creator, so and you're
Thank you.
creative, so you're definitely cool. All right. So, how can people find you?
All right. So you can find me. My website is savvylexjewelryco.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's the website. On Instagram, you can find me at savvy_Lex Jewelry Co. And on Facebook, my page is Savvy and Lex Jewelry Co. I was trying to find a way to make them all exactly the same, but apparently there's an Instagram account that has
Something like yours that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, it was like, you can't. I was like, okay, fine,
yeah.
whatever. Solutions. So that one has an underscore. But basically, if you search Savvy Lex Jewelry Co. on Google, you'll find my website. If you search that on Instagram, you'll find me on Instagram, Facebook, also on Pinterest. I should probably go on Pinterest a little bit more, but also my Etsy shop. I haven't, my website is connected to my Etsy shop. So like when you go on to my website and you check out through Etsy. But if you're searching on Etsy, like if you're a super avid Etsy shopper, which I am, if you go on there, you can also search for Savvy and Lex Jewelry Co. It's an ampersand. Savvy & Lex Jewelry Co. And you will find my stuff. You'll find me. And I hope you do. I hope you find me. Yeah. I'm doing all that I can right now to make sure that people do. And this is a great way to do that. So thank you.
No, it definitely is, because it's going to go on my YouTube channel where people need to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Black Girl Everything. Is out here. There's a lot of cool people there. A lot of cool people there. A lot of cool businesses. Like I said, I've had 40 conversations. I probably have had hundreds. I've had 40 conversations I've recorded that have been meaningful and helpful. People have to take advantage of these opportunities.
Right. It's awesome now we just have more places to know that they exist. So
yeah, I think that's the important part. That we're out here and we're doing it every single day.
Sweet.
Okay, so one more time, let everybody know where you're at before we close out.
Of course. Website, savvylexjewelryco.com. Instagram, Savvy_Lex Jewelry Co. Can I show the people my Instagram page? Is that all right?
Sure, but every time I tag you, I'm gonna always tag you with your names. Show them anybody. Show all you like right now. The platform is yours.
Nice. Well, now I'm just let me get over there. All right, so that's what it. Oh, geez, all the glare. Oh,
we're getting a real glare.
Can't see it. But that's maybe if I turn down the brightness, that's what it looks like.
That's much better. There. I can see that. I see the name there at the top.
Okay, cool,
right,
cool.
So people know we found the right one and not that other person we're not going to talk about.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Sweet. And see right there? I see you, queen.
All right, this has been a great conversation. I think you're super cool.
Yeah. I'm getting so sorry.
I know, people are so mad about my cheekbones. They're like, what?
I mean, if you got them flawed, the women in my family have phenomenal cheekbones. So Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Granny.
I don't know, but I got them too. That'd be bad. These are my friends.
You do have lovely cheekbones. They're great.
Thank you.
That's the greatest thing. That's like the best part about a person's smile when they have those cute little apples. You know?
Oh, they're cute little apples. I walk around with my apples.
Yeah, they call them like when you're doing your makeup, they call them like the apples of your cheeks, I think. And I'm no makeup artist, but I think that's like what this part is. So cute little apples.
All right, I learned something new today.
There you go. You're welcome.
All right, guys, this has been Dr. Gloria. But are you hang right there? I'm gonna cut everything off. Everybody check us out. Check out my YouTube page, Black Girl Everything. Thank you guys.